I want to get your assessment on interest rates, David, because the yield on the 10-year this morning is hovering right around where it was yesterday. We've got the March CPI number coming out this Friday. This is going to be the first economic data point to reflect the impact of this conflict, with the 10-year now at 4.34%. Kevin Warsh is set to face a Senate Banking Committee hearing on April 16th. His nomination to lead the Federal Reserve is moving forward, even though Tom Tillis keeps digging in. And he continues to say, I'm going to block this nomination, this confirmation, until this probe into Jay Powell is dropped. Your reaction?
Well, as we continue through the Iran war, and as oil is not getting to Asia, oil is not getting to the other parts of the world, the risk that we run is we start to create inflation. So we're seeing bond yields, interest rates rise because of that. And it is, as Steve said, there is an outcome to this war that we need to see. And with that, it could go on a while longer. It's good they're talking, but they're far apart right now on negotiations.
Yeah, but I mean, how impressed are you by the way this market has held up? I mean, give me a break. What are we down, 8% or something since this conflict began?
Yeah, and that is impressive. And that is, from the standpoint, as I said earlier, it's really just on event risk. It's just event risk affecting an external force affecting the markets. Yeah. Fundamentals are great. The president's done a good job with OBBA, other aspects of the economy that are being positively impacted, and that it positively impacts the markets. It's just that concern about inflation. Yeah. If oil continues, we continue to have this supply disruption.
Well, we got to look ahead to earnings, right, Steve? I mean, look, we're April 7th today. We're about to get the first quarter earnings, and that's when we're probably going to hear costs are up. We got to cut costs. We're going to hear from corporate America on the impact of this spike in oil. What will we hear?
Well, I think the key thing, and I'm glad the hearings are finally beginning, Kevin Warsh and somebody, John Carney, I don't think totally joked the other day, President Trump should pardon Jay Powell and get this thing out of the way, get this nomination through. So let me just interrupt you there, because I spoke with Kevin Cramer last week on this program, and I asked him about the confirmation hearing. Here's the way he put it out there. Watch. Are you targeting the week of April 13th for Kevin Warsh's confirmation hearing?
Well, that's the plan at this point, but plans get changed a lot. I think it's important to have the hearing. The hearing doesn't need to be held up by the shortage of one vote. Obviously, some things are best done privately, but when you get to this point, having the hearing, I think, is important, and I think that will help move the ball forward. Because at the moment that we have the breakthrough, whether it deals with the charges against him getting dropped, or whether it's Tom Tillis coming to a different conclusion, we have to be ready so that there's not a second of gap between the expiration of Jay Powell's term and the beginning of Kevin Warsh's term. There's no reason Democrats should not vote for him.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
Yes, and the key thing is Kevin Warsh, I think, sees the difference between prices going up because of events like a war and prices going up because you have a weak currency. The dollar showing strength recently. And so the idea of raising interest rates in an environment like this, chatter you're starting to hear, is preposterous. Good times don't cause inflation, and they have to make that distinction. He will. I think he'll throw out finally this junky idea, it's been around forever, that the economy's doing well, that's inflationary, they got to slow it down. So I think a profound change is coming. The sooner we get them in there, the better. And we'll get real monetary policy based on reality, rather than this idea that if you're doing well, somehow that's not good for the economy. Yeah, it's so crazy.
I'm sick and tired of this good news is bad news BS, okay?
Yes, it is.
For markets. How significant will this rip-roaring rally be once this conflict is up?
If we get the kind of victory we should get, and Kevin Warsh finally gets in the Federal Reserve by May 15th, which he should, I think you will see a rally, just partly a relief rally. And also, the key thing is on the economy, the trend line. Yes, gasoline prices are up. Maybe they'll go up a little more. But if people see prices going down, that sets the right mood. And the key thing also to remember, the 1980s, when Ronald Reagan had those big tax cuts and other moves that he made, 50 countries followed suit in tax cuts guts of their own. So if we're seeing this as a success, the rest of the world will start to follow. Success begets success.
That's a great point. And I wonder if the president has some more tax cut ideas to put in that reconciliation plan.
If he comes up with a reconciliation plan, reducing tax rates, capital gains, indexing capital gains for inflation, you'll see this market go so high, as he says, we can't keep winning like this.
Exactly. I'm going to be buying this market with both hands. Real quick, I know you like hard assets.
Yes.
You like things like gold. What else? Gold, oil. Do you like stock? Do you like stocks outside from side by side with hard assets too?
Yeah, when this Iran war is over, when the Strait of Hormuz is opened, stocks will rip higher. It will be an explosive rally.
Yeah, well, that's why I want to buy now, because I'm not going to wait for things to get away from me by another 10%, by the way. Steve, great to see you.
Good to be with you.
Please come back soon.
Look forward to it.
Love your insights always. David, you'll be with us all morning, and we are grateful. Quick.